Welcome back to the T.S.D.N. And today we're going to be having a very special episode of Dark Shadows, a non-collectibles episode of Dark Shadows. Now, how many of you guys out there remember Dark Shadows? The vampire soap opera from the 70s? And the movie with Johnny Depp. Well, I have some signed photos here and some very rare stuff. I've been a member of the Dark Shadows fan club for years. And it's pretty cool. But I got talking with one of the stars of the show, Catherine Lee Scott, here a year or two ago. And she sent me a bunch of signed things that I worship. It's some of my most treasured belongings here. And I have a signed thing here. Everything she signed for me, she personalized it. And there's a photo here from her. It says, "To Curtis, best wishes, Catherine Lee Scott." Really cool photo there. But I also wanted to show you guys my membership card for Dark Shadows, because you guys probably don't believe me, but there is a Dark Shadows membership card. Official fan club. Curtis Schweiger Jr. Well, this one probably shows a little bit better, but official Dark Shadows fan club, Curtis Schweiger. Well, that's very cool. And I showed you that photo there. Here's another photo signed by Catherine Lee Scott when she played Josette on Dark Shadows, and she signed it for me. To Curtis. Josette. It's pretty cool. And then this one she signed to me. She was playing in the Dark Shadows series. It says, "To Curtis, welcome to Collinwood, Catherine Lee Scott, Josette." Which, of course, Collinswood is where all those guys stayed. But I also have a thing here because Jonathan Frid was the main character. He was Barnabas Collins. And I have a tribute to him when he passed away. I got this from the fan club. It says, "Dear Dark Shadows fan, it is with extreme sadness that we report Jonathan Frid passed away on April 13th, 2012 at the age of 87 in his native Ontario, Canada," which I got that from the fan club when Jonathan Frid passed away. It was something else. When he passed away, it was hard to even do Dark Shadows again. But here's the Dark Shadows 6-disc set with Jonathan Frid on the cover. And that there has got all the episodes that you would want to see from Dark Shadows. It's got episodes from Josette. It's got all the characters of Dark Shadows are specials. And here's Dark Shadows, the Almanac. The Dark Shadows Almanac, which Jonathan Frid is on the cover of that. And Catherine Lee Scott signed that for me too, the whole book in the beginning of it. And there's Jonathan Frid in the beginning. And Catherine Lee Scott signed to Curtis, Cherish Your Memories, Catherine Lee Scott. Some pictures in here. There's so many. Jonathan Frid. David Selby, which he played in the series also. And Jonathan Frid as his most frightening there. I love this show. I used to watch it when I was a kid. It was a soap opera that was on, geez, I think it was either ABC or NBC, but I'm not positive. But I'll tell you right now, man, this show here, I never forgot any of these characters. I never forgot. And if you guys remember it, I'm telling you, Dark Shadows one was I can't remember how many shows it has now. I can't remember, but it was really cool. And that's the Dark Shadows Almanac that Catherine Lee Scott signed for me, along with many other things. And of course, you've seen the Dark Shadows 6-disc set, and this is the one with Johnny Depp. The renewed version of Dark Shadows. It was a good episode. It was a good movie, I mean. And here's some of the fan club letters that I have, how long I've been a fan of Dark Shadows. There's some of the letters that I have from Dark Shadows, a fan club. I've been in that fan club for quite a while, guys. And there's another Catherine Lee Scott book she signed for me, September Girl. It's got nothing to do with Dark Shadows. It's one of her books that she had released. It's very cool. And if you guys remember these characters from, and then if you go to the fan club, you go to Dark Shadows, the fan club, and you can get all these audiobooks that they have on sale. Dark Shadows, Harris of Collinwood. Dark Shadows audiobooks, which are really cool. I love them. And I'm going to cut this off, but it's been a great episode. I just wanted to show you guys some of these signed things I have from Catherine Lee Scott. There's a cool. I love this photo of her. And she signed it to Curtis. Best wishes, Catherine Lee Scott. Alright, guys. I'm going to let you guys go because I know you're busy. I'm busy. And this has been a Dark Shadows non-collectibles episode. Later, guys. Keep looking for more non-collectibles episodes and the XFL episodes coming up later.